Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in this episode of The Hypnotist, you're going to be listening to a hypnosis session designed to take away feelings of shame, embarrassment, pressure, expectation, or even anxiety away from the idea of presenting to a public audience. And recently I've been doing a lot of phobia work with clients, from the common, like fear of insects and fear of flying, to fear of public speaking, which is this one, and more rarer ones as well. But in all cases, there is a structure to it, normally some kind of sensitizing event or some kind of moment of the past or just learned behavior from someone else. In this particular client's case, there was certain working environments where they were made to feel not good enough and incompetent based on how they were presenting. And rather than looking at that through the lens of, well, that's just the opinion of someone, they made it about themselves. And that's the power of hypnosis. Hypnosis doesn't just happen by hypnotists. A teacher can tell you when you're young that you're stupid and you could believe it, and you could hold on to that belief. Or a boss could tell you you're not very good at public speaking and you could believe that. And that's a post-hypnotic suggestion at the belief level that can then form part of an identity. So the idea that hypnotic suggestions only work from a hypnotist is ludicrous. Your parents are your hypnotists, your teachers are your hypnotists, even influential friends. If there's an element of emotion attached to a suggestion and you don't have a pre-existing thought or, let's say, emotion or belief about that, beliefs can get formed very, very quickly. The role of a hypnotist quite often isn't to hypnotize a client, but to actually undo previous hypnotic suggestions that have been planted by someone else. And the clue is, how long have they lasted? And sometimes they last for a long time, but they self-perpetuate, and that can be the cause of a problem, but it can also be the cause of a solution. So what you're going to hear in this hypnosis session is releasing some of those emotional attachments from the past and introducing resourceful states so that they actually feel that they can not only want to do it, but the more they do it, the better they get. And that actually creates a very powerful, positive, self-fulfilling prophecy rather than a disempowering, self-fulfilling prophecy. If you have a fear of public speaking, a fear of presenting, a fear of being, let's say, public, and that might be on social media or YouTube. And I know when I launched my podcast and YouTube channel, I had lots of feelings of kind of imposter syndrome and nervousness and all this kind of stuff. But once you do it, you realize that actually, even if you do get negative feedback, that can be really constructive, either because there's something useful in that feedback, or you just become more resilient and immune to it, that other people's opinions are just that, other people's opinions. And I get a lot of comments for my hypnosis that I produce. And, I smile when I get the really negative feedback, because that's normally right alongside someone else's comment that said, oh, this is amazing, it's changed my life, or I'm over this problem that I've had for a long period of time. And if I allowed the, let's say, negative or disempowering feedback to stop me in my tracks, that would deprive me of having the ability to have a positive impact on other people. And you can't please all the people all of the time. It's just not possible. What I would say is, if you like my stuff, it is helpful, whether that's on YouTube or podcast, leave a comment, leave a review. That's very useful for the algorithm to find more reach. And equally, if you do have something, let's say, constructive to say, by all means, leave a comment as well, or drop me an email, adam@adamcox.co.uk. For me, I think feedback is a very powerful motivator but also it can be very useful to make changes. So all very helpful stuff. So if you do feel that you would benefit from a bespoke session, check out the link in my show notes. You can schedule a free consultation call. For now, find a quiet, comfortable place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe in a resourceful feeling of calm and relaxation. And as you exhale, feel a gentle release of any tension, anxiety, or worry. So that as you breathe out, you feel that incrementally, slowly, that's leaving your body in your outward breath. And as you breathe in, imagine there's a wonderful feeling of resourceful relaxation that you're breathing in. All of the resources that you would desire, confidence, a feeling of self-belief. Imagine that going in. And anything that you're feeling right now that is holding you back, just feel it melt away. Feel like it's leaving your body. Feel like as you breathe out, you're letting go. As you breathe in and breathe out, I want you to imagine that you're on a stage in a big auditorium. Imagine there's a microphone on a stand in front of you, and I want you to see hundreds of empty chairs. Breathe in and breathe out, and I want you to imagine somewhere on this stage are two empty suitcases. Imagine picking them up, one in your left hand, one in your right hand, feeling the lightness of these empty suitcases. As you breathe in and breathe out, I want you to think of any moments of shame that you felt, perhaps connected to presenting or speaking, and just scan your body for where that shame feels like it exists. And when you find the shame, let me know by nodding your head. Maybe there's a memory, a moment that's in. And lots of emotions have locations. Anxiety is normally in the gut. Sometimes a sense of paranoia is there at the back of the head. But I want you to scan your body for where it feels like shame is existing. And when you found the location of that shame, let me know by nodding your head. That's it. And then just imagine moving it from that location into one of the empty suitcases you can imagine in your hands. Feel suddenly the weight of those suitcases feel like they're getting heavier. And then think of all of the moments of anxiety and fear. Fear of judgment, fear of making a mistake. fear of repercussions or consequences. Scan your body for any of those fears related to using your voice or presenting. And when you find that fear, notice the location and notice the sensation of it. And when you found that fear, let me know by nodding your head. And then move that into the opposite suitcase where the shame is. And feel just how heavy that fear and the shame is. Feel it weighing down your arms. Those empty suitcases aren't empty anymore. The shame and the fear feeling heavy, feeling the weight. And I want you to grip your hands like you're holding the handle of a suitcase. Allow it to rest by your side and just imagine you can feel the heaviness of those suitcases. Scan your body for any worry or moments that you have been worried. Find that anticipatory fear. Worry is normally linked to things that don't even happen. All of those what ifs. Scan your body for all of the heaviness of that emotion connected to a what if thought. Worry is just the other side of the coin of excitement. Excitement is what if something amazing happens. And worry is what if something bad happens. Scan your body for all of that what if something bad happens. Feel the weight of that worry and then just move it into the suitcases, feeling heavier and heavier and heavier. That's it. Scan your body for any guilt. Any idea that you should have been better, you should have prepared more, you should have been further in your career, in your ability to present, to talk. Find where that guilt is. See where it's hiding. And when you find the guilt, let me know by nodding your head. Yeah, and then move it from your body to those suitcases, feeling the suitcases so heavy now. Heavier and heavier. That's it. And when you feel the heaviness of those suitcases, then start to scan your body for any feelings of unworthiness, any thoughts along the lines of, who am I to be doing this? Why would I deserve to do this? Scan your body for those feelings of unworthiness, this imposter. They'll find me out. They'll realize I don't know what I'm talking about. Scan your body for that feeling of being an imposter, of being unworthy, of being undeserving. And when you find it, let me know by nodding your head. That's it. Feel the weight of that. And then just shift it, move it. Move it from your body into the suitcases, which are feeling very, very heavy now. Remember a time when you had the heaviest suitcases, arriving at an airport, and they feel even heavier than that, one in each hand, the heaviness of these suitcases. And if your unconscious mind is ready to let go of this emotional baggage once and for all, to stop it holding you back from your exciting future, let me know by nodding your head. And I want you to imagine you're no longer on the stage. I want you to imagine you're somewhere in a different galaxy. And you're not far from a black hole. But you have the ability to withstand the gravitational pull of the black hole, but the suitcases don't. Imagine how good it would feel to let go of those bags and see them being sucked into a black hole beyond the event horizon, crushed into something the size of an atom. And when you're ready to let go, feel like you're letting go. Let go of your hands and imagine those suitcases being sucked into that black hole, crushed down to the size of a molecule. And when it feels that not only is that fear, shame, worry, guilt, unworthiness no longer in you, but it can't come back, let me know by nodding your head. That's it. Find yourself back there on that stage feeling lighter. That you've let go of so much of that baggage of the past. You've learned all the lessons from it. You're wiser now, have all of that experience, but you don't need to hold on to the shame, the guilt, the fear, or the worry. You deserve to be where you are. So allow the worry to be replaced with excitement. You can anticipate good things happening, and that feels exciting. Rather than looking for speaking opportunities to avoid, you now see them as opportunities. Opportunities to increase your confidence and capabilities. Competency comes from doing something more. Practice is the mother of skill, so feel that this desire to say yes to these opportunities not only means that you face the demons of your past, but also prevents any of those old emotions returning. How could worry return when you've got so much experience doing it well? How can you feel shame when you feel so good, making a difference into the lives of other people by giving them knowledge, insights, and experiences? I want you to imagine now that the room is starting to fill with people. Feel a spotlight on you. And imagine that light is not just giving you light, but it's a vehicle to make you feel inspired, confident, that your voice is being empowered, full of self-belief that you can say yes to any speaking opportunity, that you can trust your unconscious, that you'll find the right words, that you can learn from every experience, that you can become better and better. And as it feels like that spotlight is recharging your batteries, whatever you've lost in fear, shame, worry, and guilt is now being replaced with resourceful emotions, self-confidence, self-belief, the ability to trust your intuition, to find the right words at the right time, to read the room, to share stories and anecdotes, feel that your batteries are being charged. And then imagine how good it would feel to see a room filled with maybe 2, 3, 4, 500 people, all wanting to hear your words. And just imagine that you're sharing something interesting, informative, or empowering for that audience. See them smiling, nodding their head, benefiting from the words that you have to say. And as you feel like you're creating value through your words, feel a sense of worthiness. Feel a sense of pride. Feel a sense of accomplishment and joy, amplified joy. Feel good. Sharing your message. Any progress will be even more joy. Every time you request or accept an invitation, that will give you pride and joy and confidence. Perfection is misery. Progress is where all of the joy exists. Incremental progress. And progress can still be progress if something bad happens, so long as you learn from it. It's all progress. And if your unconscious mind feels willing and able to seek out opportunities to become more competent, more confident, and to have a positive impact on the lives of other people through your voice, let me know by nodding your head. And imagine your talk on that stage is finished, and see a queue of people lining up to thank you or ask you a question afterwards. Hear the compliments, the kind words. Get a sense that your voice matters. And when your unconscious mind also accepts that, let me know by nodding your head. And then return to the present, knowing that all that shame and guilt and worry is in a black hole somewhere else in a different galaxy. You can return feeling lighter, more confident, full of optimism, full of hope, and full of deep self-belief. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, connect fully in with the present moment as I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.